Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
Enter the manosphere.
Of course. How can I assist you today?
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
Being a single mom and like single, when I say single, I mean single, and dating, it's just, hear me out. So I've been single for about 3 years, and when I say that it is so hard dating as a single mom, I really mean, like, it is so hard because you have to divide your time. Like, if you start dating somebody, you have to think about the time, you know, that you're spending with your child and trying to commit to dating at the same time. I will admit it's been really hard for me to even want to date anybody because I don't have time. I take care of my son by myself, and when I'm with him like 110%. So
we're gonna let Dr. Ramen Noodles explain what's happening here.
You say dating is probably, as a single mom, probably the most difficult activity in your life.
Yeah, absolutely, because you're balancing the issue of your children. I mean, because now you have it's a whole different game. This isn't just about going out and being carefree. You're not carefree. You've got to balance the issues of your child, of being a mother, of balancing a divorce, and usually the hurts that came after the divorce. So it's a whole different landscape. You're bringing a heck of a lot more luggage into this.
Well, I want to make sure I get this. So, you see, you're not just bringing your luggage. You're bringing your kids' luggage with you.
Yeah, and your kids.
She said it. This clip is not manipulated. She just doesn't look like this anymore. Dating a single mother is one of the hardest things to do, and that's why men have every right not to be interested in dating single mothers. You're not a coward or not a real man or a narcissist, as these women love to claim, if you refuse to date single moms. We call her Dr. Ramen Noodles because she came after us with weak arguments and shaming language. Triggered because we used her own statement to make our point why men shouldn't date single mothers. Be careful with these therapists and these educated women because women are women first. Remember the last therapist?
Right. So equality doesn't mean that you have exactly the same responsibilities. It means that you feel that there's not a power dynamic. So equality means one person doesn't have more power than the other person.
Just because someone is educated in a particular field does not mean they are knowledgeable about all aspects of life. For example, I would not ask for the help of a therapist if my car needs repairs. Likewise, a person's profession or education does not automatically provide expertise in all areas. That's why Dr. Ramen Noodles was easily schooled when it comes to that dating foolishness. Not everybody is a narcissist. People have standards, people have preferences, and if men prefer not to deal with that baggage of dating a single mom, respect the call.
It's just so hard dating as a single mom. And then, like I said before, just in general, dating is it's just gone down the drain. People ghost and block, and it's just not the same anymore. Dating is just awful. It's awful.
I'm having a little bit of a crisis, okay? Because so many women keep telling me that, like, now is the time to date, okay? That I need to date now, because if not, like, I'm gonna get older and it's just gonna get harder and the dating pool gets smaller, blah, blah, blah. But, like, I'm convinced, and if I find my husband, I might delete this video. Maybe not, I don't know.
You're gonna delete the video after you find your husband? Why do these women think it's okay to put their thoughts in this machine? Like it could never come back to bite them in the ass? Brittany Renner.
Woo! 5 entertainers. Woo! 8 regular guys. Woo! I've only fucked 3 regular guys.
Self-inflicted damage. Self-sabotage.
I'm convinced that, like, female friendships and the women in your life are the true loves of your life. Have you heard that quote from Sex and the City where it's like, maybe women are our soulmates and men are just people that we have fun with? I'm like, yeah, I kind of really fucking relate. Like, think about it. Your girls follow you through all of these stages in life. Like, I'm about to be 29. I have not met my husband yet. I know it. I haven't met him. So he has not followed me through like almost 30 years of my life. I have friends from when I was like 12, when I was born, you know? Let alone, I have my mom, I have my daughter, I have all of these amazing women in my life that I'm like, why can't we romanticize our friendships more? Like, as women, I'm like, women are so great. Like, my female friends really fill my cup.
Did you catch it? Again.
Let alone, I have my mom, I have my daughter.
She has her daughter. We still have to release a video that goes deeper into this. A lot of women are single mothers by choice. Why do you think women make this choice? Because they will survive. They see their children as their children, and they know they will most likely have custody of them, even if they are terrible moms. This system is crooked. They know the system works in their favor, and they will use the man as a utility to facilitate all of the things she needs at that particular time. Women don't love men for who they are. That's why she's content with her current situation, because everything is taken care of, and she doesn't have to worry about what the father of her daughter wants. For now. Listen to this.
But I do have this like tiny little fear that like I'm gonna wake up when I'm 45 and I'm gonna be like, wish I had a partner, like when my daughter moves out and like has a life of her own. But then there's this other part of me that's like, I have my career, I have my own friends, I have my own family. Like, just because my daughter will move out of the house doesn't mean my life is gonna end. And like, I'm very invested in my career too. Does this sound crazy? Does anyone else feel this way? Or because I kind of just want to like lean in to all of the female friendships that I have, because I have great friends, you know?
You see? In most states, child support ends when the child turns 18. We all know women abuse child support and alimony. So when her daughter grows up, the extra source of income disappears. And because most people are living paycheck to paycheck, she doesn't have a safety net. That's why she's thinking about a husband to secure resources in case she falls off. This is what many women stress about: finances. 72% of working women report feeling financial stress. That's what a husband is for. That's what marriage is for. It's to secure resources, the bag.
Hey bestie, welcome to the Spoiled Girly support group, where we talk about how to get that bag while also securing your own bag.
This attitude of having men just for fun quickly changes when shit hits the fan.
Get ready with me while we talk about my maintenance man. Y'all, I'm a single mom and I just moved into a new apartment and I have a big old crush on my maintenance man. And I'm delusional, girl, because why have I have this whole relationship in my head? Like, I've only talked to him a couple times and every single time I walk away feeling so embarrassed and so just ashamed of myself for the way I spoke and just so embarrassed. But then for a while I was convinced that he was flirting with me too, but then now I'm like convinced that it's just all in my head. Like, every single time I talk to him, he talks over me and I talk over him. And then I have to repeat myself a dozen times, and then he has to repeat himself a dozen times. And I say really embarrassing questions like, why today did I say, sir, do you live alone? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, me too. Like, he doesn't already know I live alone. He's my maintenance man. I also have no concept of like flirting or what it's like to flirt. Like, I honestly cannot tell if somebody's flirting with me, and I don't think I know how to flirt anymore. So when I was walking away from him, I said, do you do things outside of work? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, are you a person outside of work? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, I can't tell. And then the elevator door closed, and I've thought about it all day. Like, it's so embarrassing.
With all due respect, but women in general suck when it comes to dating. They have a passive approach. They will hint, they will clue, they will smoke signal, but they will not be direct because they fear rejection like no other. That's why women still prefer traditional gender roles in the dating game. But this is a video about single moms, so check this out.
I don't know what dating is, and I don't know what that's like. Like, I had a boyfriend in high school, and I dated him for a few years. But again, I didn't really date him. I only saw him like once a month, and that was like for several years. And then I was single for a long time doing hoe shit, and then I met my kid's dad. And like that was toxic as F. Like I literally met him, got pregnant, and moved in with him in a month. And those are the only 2 guys I've ever dated. So like I have no idea like what it's like to just date casually or flirt casually. And it's really confusing to me, to be honest. I just don't get it.
Damn! What's confusing? She clearly knows she's been doing 304 shit before she met the father of her kids. Just doing the opposite of that will change your results. I feel bad for the children. Get help. Manosphere, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.